I'm glad you said that. Glad you said that. So let me whoa. Can you hear me? All right. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of YouTube, Facebook Charles Dowell, Facebook with Straightway Truth with Pastor Dowell, online-church.org. Other apparatus out there in the world. It's Pastor Dowell here. How everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Got to show y'all my shirt right here. That Brother Galen and them sent to me. Check it out. 'Tis the season of the heathen. Jeremiah 10, verses 2 through 4. Isn't that beautiful? Because it is the season for the heathen. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right? Glory to the King. Let me get a few more things in here going and get directed, and we'll get right on to the broadcast today. Hallelujah. We'll get right on to the broadcast. All right, where are we? Cut this down to... All right. All right, I thought I should be on live by way of Facebook. There I am right there. Know exactly what's going on there, but okay. All right, so we look like we're doing pretty good on all fronts. I got to get my cell phone units to be firing on the same cylinders. Hey, appreciate it. I don't know what moderators I have in there. I know Summer's in there. Hey, I appreciate you, Aaron McLean. $5 super chat offering already. By the way, if you want to donate to Pastor Dowell, the station, the channel that we're broadcasting on here today, I'm sure that the moderators will post everything up for you. I don't have all the information in front of me right now, but that's not important. Hey, but it is important for you to support if you choose to. and I will receive it. That I promise you. Hallelujah. All right. Jeremiah or Jermaine F. West, $25 super chat. Shalom, shepherd, blessings to you and your house. From Straightway, Ohio, waving to each and every last one of you. Waving to each and every last one of you. Glad to see each and every last one of you here in the saddle, in the fray, in the way. Well, we do know that all the pagans and all the heathens is getting ready and getting geared up. And I understand living in this country, how did I sound? I sound definitely like someone out of step. But you know, it's amazing to me how that Christmas is a Christian religion culture. But yet and still you have all the other pagan, satanic religions in the world keeping the same holiday. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me whatsoever at all. So this is the season of the heathen. All right. And we also have about blank $10 super chat. Shout out to the legendary Elder Rufus. Shout out to Pastor Dowell as well. Glory to the King. Hallelujah. Glory, glory, glory to the King. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get this party started, right? I got to get this shirt off right here because these long sleeves in this heated house is pretty hot. So bear with me here just for a second, okay? I could go up there without putting my shirt on. I'm coming back. All righty. Good to see each and every last one of you. So how's your weekend or your wicked end or your week been going leading up to the wicked end? Ronnie Roy 81 super chat, $20 offering. Shalom, Pastor, listening to you in my truck in Dallas, Texas. Well, glory to the King. Didn't know y'all could do that. Of course, I have a lot to learn. But hey, I'm glad that you can watch it. Watch me, look at me, and whatever you want to do. More important, hearing, because remember, faith comes by hearing. If you know someone that could be in your friends group or whatever it is, you may want to let them know that we are on right now, that the Straightway Truth is on right now. And I want everybody to get yourself ready for a particular show here. You know, we're watching everything change right before our very eyes. The things that used to be normal, well, we would say 20, 30 years ago, is now becoming abnormal in the days that we're living in. The whole entire construct of America, the whole entire construct of the concept of what we would call family, homestead, or whatever you want to call it. It's all going to the side. I don't know why, but it's all seem to be going to the side. But of course, the ideal is to always be biblically sound, and no matter what we do. Victor A, $15 super chat. He says, Shalom. Did not thank you yet for your direction on Patreon back in April. Making moves to get going. Hey, what can we say about that right there? But give out a hand praise and a hand clap to someone who definitely know, after following the direction and everything of Pastor Dowell, I'm sure that it's benefiting their homes. You know, you wouldn't believe how many people, in my shires, we talk about this all the time, but you wouldn't believe how many people who have actually literally, truly, both naturally and spiritually, have been immensely blessed by listening to this pastor right here, this man of Yah. And you know the reason why? You know, there's a principle that goes on when it comes to the word right here. It says, they that preach the message must live the message. And the reason why I make so much impact today is because my preaching and my teaching is not with enticing words of men's wisdom, but with demonstration of the power of the Spirit. That's how we do. We back up everything by the demonstration of the power of the Spirit. And of course, if the Ruach or the Spirit is with you, then you know Yah is with you. And that's how we back up everything that we're doing here in this particular ministry. So shalom, 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 each and every last one of you. Of course, I do know, I think our sisters are planning on Sister to Sisters broadcast tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. blogtalkradio.com. we may want to see about setting up something to get them live on some of these apparatuses too. They're usually not interested in going on any of these. So we're going to cover some social issues today. We're going to cover some political issues today. We're going to cover definitely some economic issues. And I'm sure we're going to mix in a little bit of religious as well. So we're going to try to cover the spectrum here for however long the Most High Yah has us here. We are definitely trying to do whatever we can to increase as we continue to go on now. You just like, I'm sure that many of you, I promise you, I guarantee that many of you share the same sentiments that I do. You will be so glad when 2020 ends. I'm talking about the Roman month of 2020, because you realize that we're dealing with a Roman calendar over here. We're not dealing with the Hebraic calendar. Speaking of that, the true Hebraic calendar right here. This is the best calendar in the world, bar none, period, point blank. It is the yearly straightway calendar. It says 2021, but we start this calendar sometime long about in September with the feast days of the tabernacles, because we keep the commandments of the Most High Yah. And it has so much historical references and everything on it. If Brother Steve is in here moderating, I'm sure he will give y'all links to where you can get it at directly. However, if he doesn't put out any links to where you can get it directly, what you can do is you can write us at P.O. Box 32, P.O. Box 32, Lafayette, Tennessee, Lafayette, Tennessee 37083, and we will promptly get it right out to you. Hey, I wanted to show some of y'all something just in case you didn't know. Wanted to bring this up here for a second. I recently received an award from YouTube for 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 subscribers. Now, I actually hit the 100,000 subscriber some months ago. I did. I hit it some months ago, but YouTube is just now giving me this particular reward right here, and you can see that it says right there, Pastor Dowell for passing 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so we thank the Father for that as well. Also, matter of fact, I think I'm sitting at somewhere along about maybe about 150,000 subscribers on YouTube. Also, I wanted to remind you that just last year, we went to a Hebrews and Negroes conference, okay? And I actually received this reward right here. Great Awakening Woke Judah Awards 2019 Hebrew Man of the Year Award, Pastor Charles Dowell. And so we thank the Father for that. So a lot of our works simply cannot go undenied. What we're doing for the work of the kingdom, for the work of the people of Yah, is actually showing. Now, as we begin to cover everything, starting social, political, economics, religious perspectives and point of views, I'm sure that we're going to end up saying something that's going to offend you. However, usually offense comes because of ignorance. Either you're ignorant somewhere in some way, shape, fashion, or form, or you're just simply not informed. But self-autonomy is a virtue today. You need to actually start exercising to start thinking independently and using self-autonomy and get out of this cognitive dissonance and this normacy bias. Because, cognitive dissonance and normacy bias, I found out that what it actually does, it's an actual spiritual killer. And the reason why it's a spiritual killer, because it keeps you to sleep. That's what it does. It literally keeps you to sleep. If you want to donate by Cash App, let me get this out of the way because the moderators will be here in the room for a second. You can simply hit the $ and then hit Pastor, and then type in Pastor Dowell, and you'll see the Cash App, and you can choose to go there, or you can choose to donate by PayPal if you want to. That's my email address, Dowell7000. That's my last name, Dowell7000 @gmail.com. So with that, let's go on with it. All right. If you notice, there's a lot of gun news going on today. A lot of people are communicating all over online. I've seen it on what's that thing called, Zero Hedge. I also saw it in a few other places and stuff where people, even still to this day, time and hour, it's very hard for people to get their hands on firearms. And if you're going to get your hands on firearms, or if you're going to get your hands on some ammunition, which I definitely would ask everybody that you would do that or should do that if you're going to do that. Matter of fact, let me make sure so that I don't get banned or blocked or nothing like that and get the stream taken down. Let me because I don't know what they're going to do nowadays, okay? So let me move that out of the background right there for a second and stuff. And let's just put this over here because, everything is just censored so much nowadays, okay? Everything is censored so much nowadays. Wow. Every time I look around, I see firearms somewhere. Hey, that's good, isn't it? So, if you are choosing to be a part of this particular ministry right here, it's pretty simple in what you have to do. Man, when I did that, it messed up my stream there. Pretty simple what you have to do. First of all, you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yah. You need to find a fellowship to where you can go be strengthened and stuff and so forth and so on. We have a few donations coming in right here, so we definitely want to send a shout out to those people that are donating to the ministry right now. And we're looking at Ruben Lewis, $10 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate the donation there. Surely, truly do. And then we also have Jacqueline, $50 super chat offering. She says, bless you, shepherd, for you and yours. Bless you for you and yours. Lord to the King. Thank you for watching and listening, and keep praying for old Pastor Dowell here. And you know what's crazy on this thing right here? What's crazy on this super chat thing right here is that as soon as this wicked, satanic, pagan, European, and I don't mean nothing negative, but I don't mean no negative connotations or nothing like that when I'm talking about a satanic, pagan, European holiday. I'm just giving you the geographical location where it originated from, because it started with the Vikings, the Celts, the Gauls, the Druids, the Saxons, and all this. But it's not the culture of Israelites who come from a hot region. But as soon as you start talking about Christmas, or as soon as it comes around, they start taking all the icons down that you normally would give people, like, I like giving all praise hands, right? They start taking all praise hands down and start putting up all this other crazy junk in here that actually appertains to Christmas. Now, either you got to be dumb on purpose, and I'm going to give you my D's again. You got to either be dumb, dormant, docile, demonized, demoralized, and just dumbed down onto an unprecedented level to set up there and put up a damn Christmas tree in your house, knowing that it has nothing to do with Jesus Christ, knowing it has nothing to do with the Bible whatsoever. Well, I can't say I'm giving you credit if I say you knowing, because if you do got it up, you are just, it'd been better if you not even be born. You can't get no stupid than that. Now, I remember growing up as a child, that we celebrated these stupid holidays. But when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I did things as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, if you understand what I mean. Ricky, $10 super chat. Bless you, and thank you very much for your offering there. Rodney says, bless you, Pastor. $100 cash out. Ricky, $100 cash out. Bless all of y'all. Thank y'all for your offerings and letters and your support here. But man, you think about this. I know that we make light of a lot of things today, and we really truly do, to our own literal disgust. Because you think about this. If you don't think that Jesus Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach, the Most High Yah, is pissed off that you are putting up Christmas trees and wishing everybody a Merry Christmas instead of Jesus being the reason for the season, Santa Claus is, and all the damn lies that are associated with it. If you don't think that he's upset at that mess and stuff just because you cannot consciously remove stupidity from your mindset, you got another thing coming, and you're going to pay for that. You're going to answer for that. I don't care what type of spirit that you feel during this time of the season. I don't care what you think your wicked heart says, because Jeremiah tell you in 17 verse 9 that the heart is deceitful above all things, and it is desperately wicked, and you don't know it. Yah knows it, but we knows that his people have always been guilty by association. They always associate with things that he clearly tells you to not do, and we do it anyway and trying to justify it. It's just a sad commentary. It is. That's why I call it being dumbed down to an unprecedented level. And that's why I always call it being dumb on purpose. And that's why I also associate it with it being dumb, dormant, docile, demoralized, and demonized, because you don't even have the rationale to even think when you participate in such foolishness. Such foolishness and frivolity. And I don't give a nickel worth of rat's ass of what you care or even think about it, because your sorry preachers, your sorry mama and daddy, your sorry relatives, they don't love you enough to tell you the truth. Galatians 4:16 says, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And I tell you what, it's amazing how people can forgive you for telling them a lie, but boy, they will hate you for telling the truth. And I'm going to tell you what, this truth right here that I'm speaking and teaching and talking to you about is going to hurt you. These scriptures will hurt you. You will get hurt listening to someone like Pastor Dowell, because you know why? It is going to cause you to be angry, and it's going to start to cause you foaming at the mouth and start saying satanic revelations, or you're going to repent and turn from your wicked ways. Ain't no straddling over fence over here. And I don't care about your sorry friendship if you're going to associate with devils, because you know what? There's no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. Our job is to reprove them, correct them, and rebuke them, so that someone who do have the ears to hear, they'll hear, and they'll be able to have the opportunity to walk in the newness of life. But I know that many of you are too chicken-hearted to actually follow the Most High Yah in this truth, because you're afraid to be ostracized by your wicked family, your pork chop eating natural wicked family, who love pig feet, hog jaw, chitlins, and every damn thing else, and every abomination that the Bible says is an abomination. I know they try to justify with a wicked religion, Christianity, but man, I'm telling you, people are in trouble. Isaiah said in Isaiah 66 that if you eat this swine's flesh, this pig, this hog jaw, this bacon, and this pork, and this pork chop, and this barbecue, and all this shit, you know what? All this stuff, guess we're going to end up, you going to hell. You going to a living, burning hell. Now, justify that all you want. Now that we done got that out of the way, hey, check it out. If you're going to try to be able to obtain firearms, because we all can tell that civil unrest, it's here. I was in California a month ago, and I sit there, and California is supposed to be one of the states that everybody would love to live in. It don't seem like that to me, not at all, because the places I went there in California, I was in San Jose, California, and I saw people living under bridges, on the sides of roads, in tents. Y'all hearing me? People who have literally been put out of their homes because they can't make ends meet. $5 super chat. Little brother Dominique Barnett, all praises to my Abba for sending you to tell the truth. All praises, my brother. And I think it is because he chose me out of due season, because I don't know anybody in my natural family that stands for this truth and lives for this truth. I don't know not a one. I don't know either on both sides, not a one of them. But that's neither here nor say. But man, when I was in San Jose, California, it was, it's one thing to see all these things on the news media. It's one thing to sit up there and to see all these things taking place on the news media. But it's another thing to sit up there and see it in person. We're also streaming on Straightway Live, which is our sister channel up there from Straightway, Wisconsin up there. Brother Mike, New York, $50 super chat. Bless you, Shepherd. Love you dearly. Love you, my brother. Pampering Princess, $5 super chat. She says, teach. I'm teaching, so now, sister, all that I can. All that the fire, the fervency, and zeal I got in me, I'm teaching. And then I have the arrogancy and the audacity, or some people have the arrogancy and the audacity and the unmitigated gall to try to sit up there and hate on me for not lying to them like T.D. Jakes do, like all these Christians do. Juanita Bynum, Joyce Myers, Fred Price, all Joel Osteen, all these lying pigs, Benny Hinn's. And what do y'all think is going on today? Don't y'all know it? Can't y'all see exactly what's going on today? Did not Jesus and did not the apostles have a problem with the religious, hypocritical scribes and Pharisees of the day? I'm having the same problem, and any other preacher of truth is having the same troubling issue. You got people out here that love the uppermost seats in the chamber. Oh man, they love being called preacher, teacher, rabbi, and all this other stuff. But you know what? They don't give one damn iota about you and your situation, your flight, or your plight. I told you, and it's coming to pass. Pastor Dowell has sat here and warned for over 20-something years, get out of the city. Man, you ought to see these cities today. I'm going to get back to California for a second. Ronnie Roy 81, I love giving to you and straightway. Portland, Oregon is the same way. Hey, speaking of Portland, Oregon, we got y'all on our crosshairs too. We're going to be on X. And also, Prove All Things Canada, Steve, our moderator right here. Y'all pay attention to what he's saying over in the chat room, because he's going to give you a link if you want to acquire one of these beautiful, one of the best calendars in the whole entire world. The most truthful, the most honest, and the most spot on concerning the calendar and the new moons in the world. Brother Steve there. So make sure you post that a lot, and smash, and y'all hit that thumbs up too, okay? We got Jan Martin Brendan, NOK, $20. It's not Christmas, it's XX, explanation Xmas. It's pornographic. Woo, boy, people are going in today, boy, they're tired of this foolishness and nonsense. But, you know, the one thing I noticed about this particular season, I realize I'm digressing here, but we'll get back on point. I noticed over the years that many people are just simply not going to have their light bill going off the chains by putting up all these lights. Because, I mean, it used to be that every other house has some type of stupid Christmas decorations up. Now, I mean, I live in a rural area. Now they're so far apart. Because you know why? People don't want to play the games of debt no more. People are trying to do whatever they can, even out here in the country. And I think, I don't know, Mother Carol can probably answer this, Summer or Nelly, somebody can, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've gotten over 25 deer this year. 25 deer. Filled up our freezers. Now, people up here in the country, they used to hunt deer, venison, game, wild turkey and stuff. They used to hunt there just so they can post it up on the wall and get the antlers and stuff. Not us. If we hunting, we do it to fill up our freezers. Now, guess what? There ain't a taxidermy around that you can even get a deer from now, because everybody is seeing the writing on the wall. And I'm going to go over this again. Somebody told me, and maybe y'all can tell me in your area right here, that a pound, 1 pound of 93% hamburger meat is $12 a pound. And that's the good stuff. I can only imagine how much the bad stuff is. All right? $12 a pound. All right? Venison, deer. If you try to go out and try to buy some venison and deer, we have $400 in the we have 400 people in the YouTube live chat room, and we have 35 in the live chat over there on Facebook. But man, venison, if you try to go out here and buy it, it will cost you $30 a pound. And for the backstrap, $40 a pound. I'm talking about venison. And can you imagine that this is our diet every single winter? And it's been our diet like this for the last 25 years out here straightway? Yeah. And people are still going out there and paying all that money for, you don't know what's in them cows or what has been in them cows. It's unbelievable. Lee Christopher, $10 super chat. I'm looking at I'm looked at as a leopard in my family for no longer wanting any part of the traditions of men. Good. And then give him Colossians 2:8 to go. Colossians 2:8 says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. So go ahead and keep looking like a leper. But the truth is, they're the ones got leprosy. They got spiritual leprosy. They got a sickness and a disease in the mind right here. It's called carnality. That's what it's called. But man, when I think about the goodness of Yah, and I think about us being able to have the ability to go out here and hunt, and then bring and fill up our freezers, and be able to feed it to our wives, our children and stuff, it's what a beautiful thing that it is. Now, it gets cold outside. It's probably the reason why a lot of people don't want to go out there and get that meat, because it gets cold outside. But I can tell you one thing. If you got women that know how to prepare venison and know what they're doing with it, you cannot beat home-cooked venison. Venison ribs, venison country fried steak. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. And then, you know, our sisters, they make meals like this because, you know, we grow a massive garden all summer long, spring and summer. And so they'll can collard greens. Well, we haven't had to can any collard greens yet because we can go out there to our raised beds and pick collard greens. And we'll have meals like macaroni and cheese and country fried venison steak, Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, the gravy smothered in mushrooms and garlic, and those collard greens cooked to perfection. And then homemade buttermilk rolls. Don't get me woo! Can somebody tell me what's wrong with good? You know, everything that we do in life, is all for a man's belly. That's what the book says. And boy, our belly should be doing pretty good because this stuff tastes so good. It really does. But anyway, back to California here just for a second. I tell you what, let me take about every 10 minutes, I want to try to take some time out and give a little shout out to all the people here that are donating. We have over here again in Cash App, $5 Cash App there by Mario St. Peter. Thank you very much for your offering. And thank you for watching and listening and your support. It's hard for me. Like I said, I'll be looking for all praises hands. And I'm just going to sing you the one, man. I'm going to sing you the one, okay? Because he is the one. Glory to the King. Yeah, I just had my son, Chuck, just sent me. Unbelievable. This is on, watch this. Look at this. I know y'all won't believe this, so I'm about to turn it around and show y'all this foolishness and nonsense. But before I show y'all this, can you please tell me, type in that you're here. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. Type that you're here if you can see this, okay? Please do this, because wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. This the type of rhetoric, and this is the type of foolishness that I'm talking about. Can y'all believe? And this is on NBC News. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? You can't make this stuff up. All right. Also, Jan Martin Brendan, $50 super chat. Before they hunted their meat in the cold, don't be a simp. Get that good, clean meat. You're right, man. Don't be a simp. Everybody here. Now, what good? I'm glad everybody's typing in here. We got 464 people over in the YouTube Live. I don't know what we got over there. And a Straightway Live. But the Pastor Dowell channel's got 464 people watching right now. 37 over in Facebook. But watch this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this foolishness. Look at this foolishness. I'm going to turn around to the camera, all right? Look at this. Look at this. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? I won't come in because on the phone. Look at that. There it is. Live. NORAD tracks Santa Claus as he travels across the world. You lying ass. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? They're literally tracking Santa Claus as he goes across the world. NORAD is. NORAD. See what I mean? A nation of lies. A world of lies. If you stand for the truth, you are hated. They tell you lies you love. Now, did not a prophet some time ago by the name of Yeshayahu, named Isaiah, did he not some time ago turn around and say this? He said, the day is coming when good would become evil and evil would become good. Is that not a mess? NORAD is tracking Santa Claus as he goes across the world. We got a satellite on him. That's what they said. They got a satellite on him. Oh, Pastor Dowell, this is just for the children. Leave them alone. No, I'm not going to leave liars alone. I'm not going to sit up there. No. Bull crap. Ain't no such thing as no Santa Claus. But anyway, y'all already know that. But anyway, when I was in California, it was really, really bad. Families, whole families, tents. And I'm talking about a real tent city. Just living in tents. You know the reason why? Because the economy is bad. I don't care how much they fudge the numbers. I don't care how much they're cooking the books. I don't care what they tell you what the numbers is. I don't care what they tell you that the GDP is. Gross domestic product. I don't care what they tell you. It's all a farce and a lie, because when you see this many people living in tents, whole entire families, children, everything, and you go through some of these neighborhoods, it smells just like piss and crap. It smells just like piss and crap. You going to tell me that God bless America? What God? What God is blessing America to where the whole country is being impoverished? That the cities is burning up on the West Coast and it's flooding on the East Coast. You tell me what God is that if he's blessing America? My site, $10. I heard Dr. Ferrucci went on Sesame Street saying he gave Santa the vaccine. Thank you, Pastor. Good mercy me. Speaking of that, let's go to a news source here for a second, all right? I want y'all to check this out right here, all right? I seen this earlier today right here, all right? Let's get here. It says, check this out. While Americans will be demanding proof of vaccination. Y'all hear what it says? Americans are going to literally be demanding proof right here. And this is reported December 23rd. Exos. You received a coronavirus vaccination, but can you prove it? The answer to that question will help determine how the global economy functions in the next few years. Why it matters. So now they're trying to ask us, why does it matter? Okay, well, the federal government will probably neither mandate nor discourage digital immunity passports or other proofs of vaccination. Let's stop for a second. I was in Mexico a week ago, okay? And it came across on the news feed and stuff over on CNNBC. CNNBC stated that if you get any type of side effects from taking the vaccine, any of them whatsoever at all, if you get any side effects whatsoever at all, you know what it says? Let me memorize this for a second. But you know what it says? If you get a side effect, it says if you get a side effect, you cannot sue the federal government, nor can you sue Pfizer, Big Pharma, or anybody if you get an arm growing out your rectum, or if you get a toe growing from under your underarm, or you get some type of bumps, mumps, chumps, measles, diseases, whatever it is. You can't sue them. If you start bleeding out at the end of your toenail, you can't sue them. You can't. They already done locked this thing down. But watch this. But privately operated digital certificates are already being developed. And U.S. law means that anybody who gets vaccinated should be able to obtain the proof they needed. The big picture, here it is, the big picture. Your employer, you hear that? Your employer. Let me get this right here. Let's get the big one. Let's get it in here really big, okay? The big picture right here. Your employer has a clear interest in knowing whether you've been vaccinated, as they do the immigration staff in any foreign country you want to visit. Many workers, from nursing home aides and opera singers, have a clear desire and even need to be vaccinated before doing their jobs, which means they'll need some kind of proof of vaccination. Y'all hear that? They need some kind of proof of vaccination. So here's what they're saying, bullet points right here, bullet points. What they're saying is those who get vaccinated deserve more freedom, wrote the FT John Grappers last month. Private companies should be allowed, even encouraged, to protect customers and employees from harm. It goes on to say that there is also an urgent need to restore confidence in travel and mobility, says Paul Meyer, CEO of the Commons Project, a group attempting to build a global platform for proof of vaccination apps. The other side, the federal government should discourage the use. The federal government, let's look at this point right here. Look at this bullet point right here. The other side, the federal government should discourage the use of vaccination cards or apps for virtually any purpose other than giving individual medical care, argued Duke University professor Nita Farahany in the Washington Post. Vaccine cards or immunization apps could turn into powerful weapons of exclusion and discrimination, she wrote. Now, the catch. See right here, we're on the catch now. Check this out. All right. The catch, the official documentation that Americans receive upon being vaccinated is little more than a flimsy and easy forged paper card. As Gavi, the Global Vaccination Alliance, notes that it turns and creates concerns the documentation could be fraudulently reproduced. It's a real concern. A recent flight from Russia to China was canceled after more than 190 of its passengers attempted to board with completely identical serological tests. Between the lines, trustworthy and reliable digital proof of vaccination is not only possible, Meyer tells Axios, it's also quite easy and will almost certainly happen. That's because the government doesn't need to be involved. Individual Americans have the right under HIPAA to access the digital copies of their health information. And once that's done, or once they've done that, they can uphold that information to any app or service as it requests. Right here. Check this out. People should be happy. Walking out of getting their jab with just a piece of paper, says Myers. They should ensure the digital demand access of their vaccination records as well. Rather than relying on the government to centralize vaccination records, he says the human beings is the only central organizing point of the healthcare system. Bottom line, we're at the bottom line. Y'all see that? Paper. Yellow cards were generated except as proof of vaccination against the yellow fever. Proof of COVID-19 vaccinations, by contrast, is going to be digital. And it's going to be on an individual's, Americans, to get it. Well, there you have it right there, huh? There you have it. A bunch of foolishness, frivolity. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to take place. Remember what the book says. And he calls it all. We're talking about Revelation 13 here, right? Calls it all. Both great and small. Rich and poor, free and bond. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? Get this back in tune, right? Can you imagine this? That they're going, the cause is, if you don't take these vaccines, this vaccination shot, then you can't come to your job. Well, if you can't go to your job, you can't eat, can you? Somebody is in trouble. See the cause? What are you gonna do when that no telling? You know, we all know. You know the logic and the reasoning. It just don't make any sense. You know, I remember when I was in the United States Army. I was in the military, right? And we used to have to march ourselves and soldiers down to get flu shots every single year. We used to have to march our soldiers down to make sure that they gave blood every single year. Wasn't no if, no ands, no buts, and no maybes about it. As I used to tell my soldiers all the time before being born again and be regenerated. Yep, you can give your heart to God, but your ass belonged to the United States Army and the 82nd Airborne Division. That was then. This is now. All right. And so they had no proof. I mean, you had no. You could not rebut that in any way, shape, fashion, or form because you belong by signed contract under the oath of the Constitution of the United States of America. You gave consent to allow them to do whatever they want to do with you and your body any way they want to do with you. And that's exactly what they did too. Exactly what they did. And so I sat up there and I thought, now mind you, I've been out of the military since the end of 94, early 95, right? So you go do the math. I've been out, 25 years? Something like it, going on 26 years? Could have did 2 careers, couldn't I? Think about this for a second. They give you the flu in order to immune you from the flu. How much sense does that make? They give you the flu in order to immune you from the flu? Okay, next one is, in order for you to be vaccinated against this virus right here, they have to give a little bit of dose of this COVID-19 into it so that your body and its immune system can start building up a resistance against it. I'm going to tell you what President Trump said. If I've already contracted and had COVID-19, guess what? I don't have nothing to worry about. I'm immune from it now because I've had it, I recovered, don't need no vaccinations, I'm already immune. Isn't that amazing? Where's the sentiments of all the people not capitalizing on that? President himself told you. I mean, you know, when the man speaks, he doesn't have any filter or any governor whatsoever at all. He's not like the people in the deep state. He's going to say whatever comes to his mind. He's going to tweet whatever comes to his mind. He's literally going to tell on the people. Or he's going to tell on the corporations or the companies, whoever's trying to be the movers and shakers and controlling everything. Now, if your president, Donald J. Trump, if your president said that, and he did, what about all the people that's already contracted COVID-19? Why do they need the vaccines? You don't need no vaccines if you already contracted it and you've recovered from it, because now you are immune. Now, we all know just as well as everybody else know that this China virus right here has actually been a biological warfare. It's amazing how we're not hearing the numbers coming right out of the red flag union over there. Utterly amazing. Aaron the Boat, $10 super chat. Currently a sergeant in the Marines. Semper Fi. Glad you're there, bro. Hope you come to your reasons and knowledge and do like I did. Really hoping they don't make me get the vaccine. Well, I'm hoping that they don't either, but I can tell you right now. You heard what I said. And I'm going to quote what Gunny Hartman said. You can give your ass to God. No, you can give your heart to God, but your ass belongs to the Corps. That's what he said. I hate to be so common, but I'm trying to put a defibrillator on people's minds today. You really, truly need to think about what's going on. You need to think about what you're doing. You truly do. All right. Now, listen, I was a staff sergeant. I had 9 years in. 9 years, like 9 months in the United States Army. I was a paratrooper. All right. And so I know pretty much how the military operates. Don't set up and blow no smoke over my hindquarters. I know exactly what's going on. And you know just well as I do, it's coming down the pipe that they're going to make all y'all march right on down to the medics, and you're going to get that shot. John Johnson, $20 super chat. All right. And John says, listen what he says. And we have 627 people right now listening to the live feed on the Pastor Dowell channel. And I can tell you right now that before the day is up, there will be over 5,000 or 6,000 people that have watched this live feed. Come over here just to get informed. This is, John Johnson said, this is a psychological trick. Just say no. This would break international law and the Nuremberg Law. Now, he's telling the truth. A lot of people you don't know about the Nuremberg Agreement on Law, and we'll go over that maybe one day here. But I already got so many digressions going, but let's listen to what he had to say. Companies do not have the authority to override religion. That is true. And physiological exemptions in states that have them. That is true. And like I said before, companies don't. But, however, but it may be. Check this out. The cause is, remember, and he calls it all. Man, I just, let me pull this up, man. I don't know why people are having difficulty today. If you are a believer, and that's still, believe it or not, the majority of the people in the United States of America believe somewhat in the Bible, even if they're deists and agnostics or atheists, they believe somewhat in the inherency of it or the truth of it. But whether the conscience and mind is going to line up with it is another story. And that's just the truth. All right? All right. I know that people don't want to hear this. I know they don't. I know they don't. But it's totally irrelevant what we want and don't want. Truth is what should be desired in the inward parts. All right. I can't get this thing to open up more. Let me get it. Open up more. Open up more. All right. Let's go over here. All right. I want y'all to follow this, okay? Listen to what it says right here. Revelation 13, verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. Now, I often told people, and I said it once, I said it 1,000 times, we'll get right back to this in a second. But I told you what's getting ready to take place, right? When this mark of the beast and this image of the beast, it comes out. And there's going to be an image of the beast, which this false prophet is going to end up giving life to, okay? And you're going to watch all the people on the earth today, just like they believing in fairy tales. Santa Claus and George Washington chopped down the cherry tree. Remember, Pastor Dowell, I want y'all to remember this. I'm not the institution that has reared you in lies and fairy tales. I've always told you the truth, even at the expense of hate and slander. I've always told you the truth. I love you enough, according to Galatians 4:16, to tell you the truth. The Bible says in Galatians 4:16, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? I've told you the truth, and as is the truth, I become a lot of people's enemy. All right? I'm going to be out here hollering and screaming if this thing is happening in our lifetime, that's the devil incarnated. The whole world is going to be deceived, saying it's the Messiah. This is a good man. Who can speak against him? Look at all the good that he's doing. He's got all the countries together. He's eradicated all the disease through his wisdom and knowledge. What a good man he is. And I'm going to say that's the devil. That's the adversary. That is Satan himself incarnated in that damn thing up there. And you know what the world's going to do? They're going to hate me. And they're going to want to kill somebody like me and think that they're doing God a service. Yeah, the book talks like this. Remember, you heard it here first. Let's get back over here to the story. All right. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed or should be killed. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So they're working on that. You know, everybody acting like it's all about the children. Everybody's acting like it's all about truth. Everybody's acting like it's all about we're interested in saving lives and stuff. Listen to me, people. I'm going to tell you again. We are entering into the time to where murder and killing, sanctioned murder and killing, is going to be a way of life. Death is going to be a way of life. I'm telling you. They're out to eradicate the majority of the human population. Anybody ever remember the Georgia Guidestones, to where they said they want the population of the earth to be put down to like 550 million people? Now, if you know anything about numbers, it's either 550 million or it's either 500,000. Either way it goes, you do the math and you subtract. I think we're at, 7.8 billion people on the face of planet Earth now, somewhere along in there. And you subtract 550 million from 708 billion. Do you realize that is 7 billion, 300 million, and some odd thousands of people that has to die on this earth in order for this earth to function the way they want it? And then if you just subtract that and subtract 500,000, you even got less than that. And people think that this devil's playing games. Remember with John 10:10, The thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and to destroy. And that's like what he's doing. But anyway, seems like today's broadcast, no matter how much I go over to the secular side to do the news and stuff, it always runs right back to the Bible, don't it? It always goes back to the Bible. Verse 16. And he causeth all. And here's your cause. Remember? And he causeth all. Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Watch this. Here's the cause. What is that cause? Well, the cause is if you don't receive this mark. You hear that? If you don't receive this mark, if you don't receive this mark, and I'm going to say it again, you don't receive this mark, here's the ultimatum. Let's go to verse 17. Saying, putting a lot in your mind here. And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding, and that's why I'm here, Jeremiah 3:15, Pastor Dowell. I'm going to give you passage according to my heart, which shall feed you in knowledge and understanding. Count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man. And his number is 666. I'm asking many of you, are you ready? Are you ready to be able to live without your job? Because the call is going to be is, if you don't receive this mark, you don't have a job. Are you ready? Are you ready? Do you have any skills? Can you hunt? Can you fish? Can you defend yourself? There's going to be a weeping howl to go all across this land, isn't it? Because people simply just ain't prepared. Pastor Dowell, you scare me when you talk like this. I don't like you talking like this. Well, I don't like the way you're listening. Nicole Gordon. Hey, bless you, sister. Excuse me, bless you, sister. $10 and a penny, super chat. I know the reason why she did that. She want to make sure that a penny's not taken out. Bless you, sister. Shalom, Shepherd. Thank you for all that you do and all the knowledge you give us. Blessings to your household. Thank you. I received that blessing too, my sister. I truly, truly do receive that blessing. Let's go over here for a second, see if we got anything on Cash App over here, all right? We got Shannon. Blessings, Pastor. Brother Shannon, Pennsylvania. Man, bless you, Brother Shannon. Brother Shannon sins, and I got to get out of this pagan stuff they want to try to do, my brother. Let me sing you. If I can find all praises, look like they may have done took them out. No, they didn't. Brother Shannon sends $150 offering Cash App. Bless you, my brother. Glory to the King. All right, let's get back over to the broadcast. Isn't that something? See, look. Black people of the world, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Hey, y'all, somebody, a moderator, go ban that person, okay? See, you always got to have, somebody's got to be satanically inspired. Look, they're all coming over here. They're all coming over here. Check them out. All the devils. Larry Wixo 78XO, ban him too. Block him. Don't give them no time out. Just ban them. Moderators, get on there and ban them. See, look at the devil, and the devil is a lie. So now let's go. Let's go to economics right here. All right, check this out. All right. Congress is playing the mental gymnastics that they normally have played, and they still continue to keep playing them. Because y'all remember before the election, Donald Trump tried to get a stimulus bill passed. And what he was trying to do is he wanted to get another $1,200 stimulus package into the hands of the American public. And now, let me skip ahead to today. Now you got Nancy Pelosi and Chucky Schumer playing gymnastics, playing with you and your money, playing with all the people here on this earth right now in America. And they're trying to make it look like that it was the Republicans that's holding it up, because this last bill, can y'all believe this? I mean, think about this for a second. I mean, can y'all believe this, though? They're talking about wanting to send out $600. $600. $600 to the American people when they give banks billions of dollars, not millions, billions of dollars. When they give the airlines billions of dollars. When they give corporations billions of dollars to stay afloat. Can you believe that? But you, pennies, and you know what? They're borrowing money from you and your children and your children's children and your children's children's children and your children's children's children, 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 children. I think I tried to get up to 10 generations. Because that's what a national debt is, somewhere along about $27 trillion. And that's not including Medicaid, Medicare, unfunded liabilities. It's off the chain how bad we are in debt in this country. It's just really, truly off the chain. It doesn't make any sense. It's totally nonsensical. But they want to give you, the people whose money that they're borrowing from, they want to give you a measly little $600. Then they want to try to act like it's the Republicans that's blocking this bill that has over 5,000 pages of pork in it. And I'm not talking about Tennessee Pride either or Odin's Farms. Pork is all this stuff the way they want to give scientists $140 million to see how bobcat piss will react on a rat. And I know y'all think I'm making this up. Believe me, in a million years, I couldn't thought of nothing like that. I heard it on the radio yesterday. Can you believe that mess? That's what they want to do. And they want to send money to all these third world countries instead of us taking care of our own backyard first. You know, charity starts at home. And they want to send all this money over here to all these other countries. And here we all got Americans living in tents. We got Americans starving, can't make ends meet. And they want to load this bill down with over 5,000 pages of government subsidies given out to everybody but the American public. But they want to give you a sorry little measly $600. And then they want to blame the Republicans and said it's their fault that the bill is not going forward. Now the bill's still going to go forward because, I mean, the president can veto and all this other stuff, but you know, and so everybody's done forgot that Nancy Pelosi, Chucky Schumer, and all of them had denied the $1,200 stimulus pack that Americans had just received some 6 to 8 months earlier because all the small businesses and everybody going bankrupt and people can't even pay their mortgage, including the owners of homes. They can't even pay their mortgages. They can't do anything. And so the people are not paying their rent, the people are not paying their mortgage, the people are not paying anything. And then the people who own all these homes and stuff, they're not getting paid, and they have creditors. They have people that they owe, and they're not getting paid. And so the country is just literally going into an inflationary depression all the way up to bankruptcy. We're literally bankrupt anyway as a country, all right? And they're toying around with the American public with using this politics, mental gymnastics, and so then they want to try to make it look like it's the Republicans' fault. So Trump comes back and says, I want the American people to have $2,000 apiece. And of course, in the bill it says if you make under $75,000 a year. And then if they're a couple, I want them to have $4,000. And so now all of a sudden, open up the bank, get the Federal Reserve and write a blank check. You can't call Ben Shalom Bernanke because he's been gone. You can't call Alan Greenspan. You can't call Janet Yellen. Somebody said, well, who in the hell is all them, Pastor Dowell? All those was the Federal Reserve chair. They've all chaired the Federal Reserve when they've done sat here and done put us in hock to the Rothschilds and all the powers that be for many, many years to come. All that is left is the blood from our veins. Woo! Let me give some shout outs to all the people that's done some donating here for a second. I don't want to get too far behind because I appreciate y'all. Little House on the Mountain, $10 super chat says, y'all use this ministry to help me receive deliverance from the Jezebel spirit years ago, and it changed my whole life. Glory to the King. I'm so grateful. Y'all bless the work of your hands. Sister Leah, bless you, Sister Leah, and thank you. I'm so happy that the Most High Yah's blessed you. Keep testifying to the goodness of Yah. Brian Turner, $10 super chat. Thanks for this powerful message. You're welcome, my brother. You know me, man. I'm trying to do my duty and my job. Let's go back over here on Cash App for a second. We got Jarrett Gordon, $50. Cash App. Shalom Shepherd, for Shalom Shepherd. I'm out on the road listening. Man, thank you very much for listening. And keep on listening too, okay, my brother? Keep on listening. Let me see if I can find All Praises Hand. You know, I'm in love with All Praises Hand, man, because we always don't ever forget to praise the Most High for everything. And that's what I sing you, my brother. Thank you very much for your offerings and your support. James Hopkins, man, he turns around and says, blessings, brother. Hope to visit soon. Hope to see you soon. $50 over there. Cash App. Man, all praises. Why do they put that damn Christmas crap up there and messing up everything? Still trying to cram lies and falsehoods down people's throat. Rodney. Shalom, Shepherd. Shalom, Pastor Dowell. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching and listening, man. I truly do. You know, if I ain't planning on, I know that the message is not going to be able to reach everybody, but at least it's reached as far as y'all. At least y'all get an opportunity to try to save yourself from this wicked, untoward generation, because that's exactly what it is. It is wicked, and it's definitely an untoward generation. No doubt about that. All right, so where are we at right now? Okay, so let me go over and look at one more thing, okay? Before we continue on with the broadcast today. Y'all bear with me. All right. Hey, okay, a few of them on PayPal today. All right, Daniel Evans, $100. Thank you, my brother. Dorian Brown, $50. Mario Salishi, be blessed. I love you, brother. Charles, for the truth you speak, $100. Thank you, my brother. Money received, $10. Leroy Neal, thank you, my brother. Man, I do appreciate all y'all. Thank you very much. And here we are, one from overseas. I can't pronounce your name. I'll just call you AA for peace and blessings. Thank you. Thank you for peace and blessings be upon you and your house. This wicked, pagan, satanic, so-called European holiday season. May peace and blessings be upon your house, and that the Most High God keep you from all demonic attack and demonic spirits from the lies of Christianity. Hallelujah. Glory to the King. All right. So they're playing and they're toying around with the people. And the tent cities that I saw in San Jose, California, I think I went there in November. It's all coming this way, except only one thing. You got to get deep south because it's just too cold up here where I live at for people to stay in tents. And so I've been telling people for years, and I know people have literally mocked me, derided me, chided me, ridiculed me, called me every name under the sun, except only one problem, though. I can't get none of my accusers to come in front of me and then accuse me in front of everybody. I can't get none of that. You know, I had one tried, and he looked like such an idiot and a fool. It was just unreal, but because all he was doing was speaking from feelings and emotions, nonsensical feelings and emotions at that. Stupidity. And he didn't realize how much of a fool that he looked like, but that's okay. So anyway, when I told people to buy land 20-something years ago, even if it's a quarter acre of land out in the woods, and go and get you one of them Home Depot or one of them Lowe's homes. You can pay anywhere from, they call them sheds, garages, or whatever. You pay anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. It depends on how fancy you want to get. Spend another $5,000 to $15,000 building up a nice little homestead, getting you some wood. Put your nice little solar power out there. Get your cast iron wood stove. Have some food storage. So when the proverbial crap hit the fan here in America, and the city start burning, and you got chaos and nothing but rioting that's going on in this country, guess who will be prepared? We had 771 people listening to the live broadcast over there on YouTube. And then we're also simulcasting on Facebook, as well as Straightway Live on YouTube out of the hub up in Wisconsin, and also the Facebook Charles Dowell channel. We got quite a few places, so if you want to watch and listen, you can hear it. It really truly is. You can hear it all here. But the ideal is to get you to stop thinking, well, hold on, I'm giving credit to where credit shouldn't be due. Because for me to sit up and tell you to stop thinking like Americans, it would imply that these people are thinking. These people ain't thinking. You know, Americans have never, ever conjured up, if I can use those words and be pure, or have even manifested one original thought ever in their lives. The only thoughts that they ever have is what comes to their mind. And nobody wants to tell them there's some spiritual forces that we up against, and they're the ones that's doing all this communicating, but who wants to hear that, though? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear truth today. Nevertheless, it's working for us. And especially this right here. You know, you go read about constitutional money. This is Cassell, silver right here. Coin, real money. And now people done traded paper, Federal Reserve notes for real money. Money's been money for over 5,000 years. Unbelievable, huh? We got a $50 super chat offering to come in by Skipton McPhee. Shalom, Pastor. You have opened my eyes to a lot of things in this world. I have celebrated Christmas in 2 hours, and I'm behind the power curve. Military man for 23 years, but I'm getting the job done as fast as possible. Bless you, my brother. I'm glad you are getting the job done as fast as you can. And please keep watching and keep listening, because we got quite a few veterans in this ministry. I mean, we got veterans in this ministry that range from Navy SEALs, Special Forces, U.S. Army Rangers, paratroopers. We got jawheads. We got Marines. We have Army, just regular Army. We got some people from the Navy and Air Force. We got a lot of people, a lot of veterans in this ministry. And which is good, because we're going to need the veterans, especially when it comes time for the fight, because it's coming. Not a matter if, it's a matter of when the fight is coming. It's coming, though. But, man, I'm so glad that you people are waking up. And hey, let me give you all something. Tell the truth to people, but don't be excited or get yourself worked up by how they're going to respond. Because they're going to, for the most part, respond negatively. I haven't seen too many people hear the truth and turn cartwheels unless people who are already in it. We've talked about religious things today. It seems to keep coming around. We've talked about economic things. We've talked about social things today. And, of course, this. Let's finish this show up on this. You know, poly unions. Poly unions. Y'all remember 20 and 30 years ago, the things that used to be classified, especially in the 60s, as a mental disorder? You know that homosexuality used to be classified as a mental disorder in the 60s. All you have to do is Google it. Go look it up. See if I'm pulling your leg and lying to you. And remember how they were all in the closet, the lesbians, the homosexuals, and the LGBT, EFG, QRSTUV, and all of them, they were all in the closet. Well, guess what? We're watching a sexual revolution take place right in front of our very eyes. Crimson Drake. $5 super chat. Have been warning my church since before the beginning of this year about being prepared. After everything this year, they still won't listen. Then it's time for you to vote for your feet and get up out of that church. That's what time is for you to do. Time for you to vote with your feet and separate yourself. Hey, Omar Norfleet, man, all praises to the Most High. Y'all bless you, my brother. Good hearing from you. I know you're probably out there on that truck getting it done, man. All praise to the Most High. Y'all, thank you, man, for your $30 cash out, my brother. Appreciate it. Where's my all praises hands? Hallelujah. But, man, you need to vote with your feet. I'm telling you, don't y'all sit up and waste your time with these people. And, you know, I was in Mexico, and I was at a particular place. And I told you that we live in a time now that the alternative lifestyle has become normal. Even the things that they used to consider abnormal has now become normal. And of course, y'all know me, I talk about biblical marriage. Now, what is lawful according to the Bible is only two forms of lifestyle concerning unions. And the first one will be polygyny, commonly called polygamy, but it's really polygyny, not polygamy. Then the second one will be monogamy, or monogamous, being monogamous. And them are the only two lawful marriage unions. To hell with focus on the family. I don't know what the hell they talking about. Should be focusing on Jesus. Should be focusing on the Most High Yah. Because you focus on him, then the family be taken care of. See how things are off kilter? If you don't focus on him, then you ain't focusing right, and the family will be destroyed. So we're watching now. Just the other day, I saw this woman online. She is in a polyamory relationship. One woman, 4 men. And I might say one big woman. And 4 guys that don't even look like men. And somebody asked me what I thought about that. I said, well, the woman is considered a field. And it's not good to plant seeds of the same in the same field. You know, seeds of different kind in the same field. That's just not good. Now, if you knew anything about gardening, you know how bad that is. And she didn't know, and they call this normal. She didn't even know and they call themselves married, but she didn't even know out of all of them that's there who the daddy was. Could you imagine? To me, I call it a sickness. Well, can you imagine when the look on the doctor's face? I don't know if it's a disgust or anything, but can you imagine that all 4 of those men had to go get DNA tests, and they're all married, just in order to find out who the dad was? That right there, according to the Bible, is an abomination. Polygyny, regardless of what your wicked alternative lifestyle preacher says, is not abomination. You know how I know? Because Abraham, the father of the faith, had more than one woman. Moses, the custodian of the law, had more than one woman. Jacob, the progenitors of the 12 tribes of Israel, the real true Israelites, was born out of polygynous families. One of the greatest and most powerful prophets that ever lived, Samuel, his father had more than one wife. David, one of the greatest kings of Israel, and when Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, come back, is going to be sitting on his throne, had upwards of 18 women. We don't need to talk about Solomon. But I think I'll get the point. Not only that, do you know the creator of the universe The Most High Yah himself has two. Judah and Israel. And of course, you'll get all these religious folks out there that will so-called kick against this. And you know what's crazy? You got your preacher that's been divorced, remarried, divorced, remarried, divorced, remarried, divorced, remarriage, and serial polygamy. And you know what the only difference is? See, the world out here exalts anything that is written on paper. I tell you, you better avoid the paper, because the paper is what get a lot of you men in trouble. Big time it does. It gets you in big time trouble. Because you know just as well as I do, you go out there and get that state marriage license, you all but finished. Brother Ron, Tennessee Blessing Shepherd, thank you for your labor. Thank you, Brother Ron. Brother Ron, if you could come across any more of those 300 blackout, man, rounds, let me know. I appreciate it. Apocalyptic Minister, $5 super chat. Keep speaking the truth. Navy vet here. Our suffering will not be noble. We will be considered heretics. That's right, my brother. Fanatics. We have to fight. That's right. We're going to fight for that truth. We're going to buy that truth and sell it not. You can believe that. Let's see what we got over at Cash App. Okay, just for a second, Israel. Y'all get bear with me for a second. Janine May says, blessing to the work Yah have placed upon you. You know, that's how Yah blesses me. Because each and every last one of you that give to this particular minister right here, this pastor, this Jeremiah 3:15, that's how Yah blesses me, by you being obedient to the voice of the Holy Spirit when he says, give to this man right here, because he's doing my work. Because whatever you give to me is going to continue on in doing the work. Avis Rogers says, for being our Jeremiah 3:15 pastor, $20 cash out. Both y'all. Man, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Where we at over here? All praises hands on that. And let me check one more thing before we get on here. Man, it's about time for me to close this stuff. How long have I been on? Wow. All right. All right, Brother Career got the package today. Bless you, my brother. All right, so let's get on back here and let's get ready to try to close this thing up a little bit here, okay? Get ready to try to close this thing up a little bit here. All right. Where are we at right here? But you know, you should have had money and bought land. I understand that most people are at a great disadvantage today, simply because you don't have pastors, preachers and teachers telling you the things that you should be doing and stuff. Because remember, as there were false prophets among the people way back then, even as there shall be false teachers among you who shall bring in damnable heresies. Even these so-called Hebrew Israelite camps. You people out there, man, y'all got to be more. If you know that much about the Bible, how is it that y'all so unintelligent that y'all can't even look out and see that y'all ain't ready for what's coming? Joseph, even Joseph way back then, when he knew that the famine was coming in the land, if he believed what he was really truly saying, he prepared not only him, but the household of Israel when they came over, but he prepared even Egypt. Y'all ain't prepared. And y'all listening to these idiots and fools, all they do is get there and sit behind mics, blasting the white man and all this kind of other stuff, and they ain't even prepared them dams. I can't believe y'all that stupid. I can't believe y'all listening to these stupid camps. People out there cussing folks out on the street corner, hollering at them, screaming them, calling Esau the white man and stuff, when there's a bunch of Esau's that's sitting up there doing all the talking. Anyway, nobody. $5 super chat. Wish I found your channel years ago. I only started watching this year. Brother, at least you started. Keep doing it, man. Daryl P, $5 super chat. Thank you, my brother. He says, thank you. And I said, thank you. Kevin DeWitt, $50 super chat, man. Thank you for your words of truth and and confronting the lies. This system, the church and the corporate America that I've noticed as I grew up. Yeah, man. See, unless somebody likes me get out here and say it, consciousness is just not going to be open. You see, when you say certain things, your conscience get open to it, cause you to think on it, and you be listening, you be like, oh my, man, this man telling the truth. Find out news media lying to you. Your mom and daddy are liars. Sorry, folks, but your mom and daddy are liars. They got a Christmas tree up in the house. They are not only liars, but they're devils. Marlon, Baltimore, $10 super chat. Bless you, Shepherd. Your words have been nothing short of blessings in my life. Shalom. Thank you, my brother. Canada, Mr. Sears, $50 super chat. Started reading King James 1611 Bible. That's right, man. Do that one. Get you a good scriptures Bible. And get a couple of them. Make sure you prove all things. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. And hold fast to that which is good, man. Don't let no man deceive you by any means. Don't let nobody deceive you. Even check out everything that I'm saying. Prove even that. Even though you get a witness in the spirit, still prove. Test it. 4 is communion. Really? Just grape juice and a wafer? No, man. Communion is not just grape juice and a wafer, man. No, it ain't. Matter of fact, there was no grape juice back then. All right? The fermentation process just anyway. Brother, listen. They drank wine. Jesus drank wine. But the communion, or what they call communion, is really truly symbolic of the blood and the body of Messiah. That's all it is. It's kind of like a sacrifice. Okay? And that's what you're doing. But the whole idea of eating Yahshua's flesh and drinking of his blood, is to eat this word. And that blood that saves, it washes you. It does no good, any of it. None of it does any good without obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice, and hearken is better than the fat of rams to obey. See, a lot of people think they're going to get up out of here by living a little pathetic, sorry, little disobedient life, being religious, and not obeying a thing that y'all says. They in serious trouble. Y'all hearing me? And what pastor trying to do is keep you out of trouble. Well, the reason why most women hate it, because women hate themselves. And they know how each other are. Funky. But hey, people, they can say they hate it all they want, but the majority, 99% of Americans have been involved in some type of poly relationship anyway. They've had multiple boyfriends, multiple girlfriends, people committing adultery, people cheating on each other, lying, cheating, stealing, just cheating. Sexual. We live in a sexual promiscuous world. Just get it through your thick heads. That people just don't want to do things lawfully. Twilight Mason, $5 super chat. What said you about Hezekiah or Ezekiel 7:19? I don't know, man. It depends. Let me see how long. It's been a while since I've been there. Oh, they shall cast their silver in the streets. Ah, good. I'm glad you asked that question. And their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of iniquity. Got an answer for you. I hope everybody ready to listen. Everybody ready to listen to me answer this. If you're ready for me to answer this, type in the word listen to make sure we got everybody listening here, because I'm going to answer this. Because every time I bring up gold and silver, this is the first thing people do. They go to Revelations and they go straight over here to Hezekiah, Ezekiel, and they talk about the same things. Stupid. Then they probably learned it from some stupid, idiotic, dumb, so-called self-appointed, unappointed teacher. Well, Pastor Dowell is going to give it to you, all right? I'm going to give it to you. So if you're ready to listen, type in listen. Be you on Facebook or over here, and I'm going to give you the truth and the truth straight way, all right? So while we got everybody typing and listening, here we go. Let's read it one more time, then I'm going to bring clarity, okay? Ezekiel 7:19, it was asked on Super Chat. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels because of their stumbling block of iniquity. All right, check it out. This is how simple it is to answer that. I want the majority of you to go right now in your house and in your home, or either go to your bank account and grab all the gold and silver you got. And I promise you, the chances are many of you ain't got none. You ain't got a lick of it. See, when that was written, they was using real money back then. Constitutional money. God's money. They come from the earth, silver and gold. So when you get over to Revelations, everybody thinking that they're going to be casting their silver and gold, and every single country in America is on a fiat currency. They have no gold and silver. The only people that have gold and silver is the governments and the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergers. They're the only ones got. You, the common people, you don't have gold and silver. Your money is in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, Federal Reserve notes, ironclad slugs, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. That's what you got. And you're going to find out that you're going to be throwing Federal Reserve notes. You're going to be throwing your pennies, your nickels, your quarters, your dimes into the street. It's talking about money. See, money then was real money, God's money. Money now is this false fiat currency. And many of you ain't got it. You ain't got gold. You don't even probably know what gold look like. You don't have no silver to throw into the streets. So and you bringing it up to modern day understanding, Jeremiah 3:15, and I will give you a pastor according to your heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. You're going to find out that your dollar is not going to deliver you. I don't care if it has a $100 bill, a $50 bill, a $20 bill. None of that is going to deliver you in the day of the coming of the Messiah. None of it is. So it don't fit you if you try to use logic and understanding of the day. You're trying to take a concrete culture, Hebrew, and fuse it in with a lying fiat culture, a lying abstract culture. What in the world? It's going to be another Venezuela. Most of you got a safe full of Federal Reserve notes. Some of you got about $5,000. You're not even going to be able to go to the store and buy a loaf of bread with $5,000 with what's coming down the pike. You're not going to be able to do it. See? One man, by his wisdom, can literally deliver a whole city. One man, by his wisdom, can literally deliver a whole country. But you know just as well as I do that people don't listen to wise people today. Why? Because every man is right in their own eyes. They all think they got the answers for everything. And in all their answering and all the answers that they got, they still ain't got nothing. They can't even deliver themselves. Can't even deliver themselves. Woo, boy. Somebody say, amen. 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 Somebody say, hallelujah. Somebody say, all praises to the Most High Yah. Somebody say, glory to the King. Huh? All praises to the Most High Yah for that righteous answer. J. Allen with the shot. It is pronounced Yeshua or Yahshua or Yahshua. I've heard both. Passion of Christ say it as Yeshua and you say Yah. What's the right way? Well, I tell you, he said he's going to come in his Father's name, right? You can deal with semantics of words all day long. Thank you for your $5 super chat. But turn into your Bible to Psalm 68. Let's go over there. And let's go to verse 4. And you see it says, sing unto God. It says God. But see, the real name of God is Yah. How do you know that? Sing praises to his name. Extol him that ride up on the heavens by his name, Yah. Or they say Jah. But the J replaced the Y. the original pronunciation, according to the Tetragrammaton or the Yod Vahe, is Yahweh, Y-H-W-H. So it's Yah, extol him by his name, Yah, and rejoice before him. So if Yahshua is coming in his father's name, wouldn't it only be right that his name would be Yahshua, which means God saves? Somebody say hallelujah. Somebody say all praises to the Most High Yah. See, it ain't hard. It ain't that hard. Somebody just say glory to the King. Come on, come on. Hand clap, praises, 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 all praises. See? That's why he keeps saying, I'm going to give you a pastor according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. That's why he says that, brothers and sisters. Come on, get with the program. Listen to what I'm saying. Faith come by hearing, hearing come by the word of Yah, and you cannot hear without a preacher, and he cannot preach except he be sent. I have been sent by the Most High Yah. I have the spirit of truth. Are y'all listening to me? And everyone that is of the truth would hear me, because Yahshua, the truth, lives in me. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And if he's in you, your spirit bears witness that I'm telling the truth, because we have the spirit of truth that dwells within us. Man. Anyway, see, and what I'm doing is I'm tearing down a bunch of false theological Hebrew, so-called Hebrew Israelite camp theology. Just tearing it all up, like I always do. That's what I'm doing. And I'm tearing up the lies of Christianity, nothing but just fabricated satanic lies everywhere. Kendrick Walker, Cash App. $20 Cash App. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate all y'all for helping me in this labor of love. I truly do. Richard Green says, thank you, Pastor, for the truth. Thank you, man. Well, the truth, all praises to the Most High Yah. All praise to him. Gets all the glory and honor. I thank you for being able to support me, man. And there's nothing wrong. The Bible says, don't let your own lips praise you, but another man's lips praise you. I appreciate every last one of y'all listening. King Cole All Facts, $10 super chat offering. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. So you see, my brothers and sisters, it ain't hard answering a lot of this stuff and dealing with this stuff today. It really ain't hard at all. Where we at right here? But I wanted to come on here today and actually, chances I'm going to be on Blog Talk Radio tonight. Not tonight, but excuse me, tomorrow night. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's blogtalkradio.com/straightway. Chances are I'm going to be on there. And I wanted to come on here because I didn't want to spend, I just got back and I'm doing, we're behind in work and we're doing an extraordinary amount of work, trying to catch up and get things going. And so I wanted to go ahead and take the time out right now so I don't have to have it in my mind that I needed to come on and do a live broadcast, especially since I missed the live broadcast last week. But I do appreciate each and every last one of you being there and listening to the truth. You know, if you go to this website behind me, and then if you want to see the old website, what you do is you click in the top right corner, and it will take you to the old website. Brother Stephen, them done a wonderful job with the new website. You'll see that we have people from every tongue, every tribe, every creed, every nation in our congregation. It's not my congregation. These are y'all's people. They belong to him. I'm an under shepherd. That's all. Because every time I quote Jeremiah 3:15, people think I'm giving glory to myself, but they don't listen to what I'm quoting. They don't listen to what the book is saying. Jeremiah 3:15 says, and I. Who is the I? Jeremiah is a prophet. He's the mouthpiece of Yah. Yah's doing the talking. And I will give you. Talking about you. Now, don't the book teach us that every good and perfect gift come from above? From the Father? So the Father's giving. He said, and I will give you pastors, shepherds, not the shepherd, under shepherds, leaders, Guides who will bring you into green pastures and bring you out of it. The good shepherd, he lead us into green pastures and beside the still waters, and he restoreth our soul. And when we follow him, goodness and mercy will follow us all the days of our life if we follow him. Come from the greatest poetic that has ever lived, the greatest poet that's ever lived, David. So he says, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you. Look what I'm going to feed you with. Worldly knowledge? BS. Christianity? Bullshit. I damn sure ain't going to be feeding you with that. That damn rhetoric and lies. They ain't nothing about Christianity that they say is the truth. Not one damn thing. They even try to steal our Messiah, Jesus, and try to paint him white. Get out of here with that rhetoric and mess. Can't tell a lie for nothing. So he said, I'm going to give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understand. I'm feeding you with the knowledge of Yah. The comprehension of the Most High Yah. That's my job. That's why he called me, enabled me, put me into the ministry. And that's why he gave me his Ruach, his Holy Spirit. And it's by that power, that might, that spirit, that I'm able to minister to each and every last one of you who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Now, if you love lies, then you come from the father of lies, which is our adversary, Satan. And if you still trying to say that Christmas and Easter and Sunday is the truth when it's nothing but a damnable lie, then you of your father the devil, you a damn liar. You see, there's no straddling the fence in the kingdom. It's either the truth and it's either a lie. No lies of the truth and no truth is of a lie. Period. And Jesus said in John 8:32, you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. If you don't even participate in Christmas, you've already done gave yourself a financial blessing by not going out there buying a bunch of rinkets, dinkets, trinkets, and plastic junk. You done saved a lot of money right there and got delivered. Glory to the King. It's amazing how every time I talk about this subject like it, I just lost 70-something people in this chat room that fast. King Cole, all facts, $5 super chat. This message is breaking yokes. Yes, it is, my brother, and bonds in our people's lives. So it is only right that we sow unto you our cardinal. Somebody got some understanding. And what he's doing is quoting you 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 11, 12, 13, and 14. See, I've sown unto you spiritual things. Is there something wrong with me if I reap your cardinal? And even at that, I have food and raiment. I'm content. The cardinal stuff that I reap, I usually turn right back around and put it right back into the body of Messiah. You know why? When I get to glory, because that's my destination, that's my home, I am in exile to Yah right now, such as some of you. I don't want to be living in just a little old shack of hut. I want to do whatever I can down here to serve him with all the fervency that I have inside of me, because he said, in my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would not have told you. But he said, I go and prepare a place for you, that wherever I am, there you may be also. And wherever I go, you go, and the way you go. Isn't that something? See, in the Father's house of many mansions, I'm trying to get one of those great rooms in the mansion. Not because I'm looking for a great room in the mansion, because I'm that grateful for him allowing me to have my name written down in the Lamb's Book of Life, and to be even considered to be one to live in one of his mansions. That's how grateful I am. And if he's going to invite me to live in a mansion, why not be the best servant, the best slave that I can to him, and not serve him? Why not? I just go ahead and just serve him with all the fervency and all the charity that I have in my heart and my life on this earth. Why not? What's wrong with it? See, I often say this to people. If I'm wrong and there's no Messiah, there's no heaven, there's no hell. That's why I say it. If I'm wrong, guess what? All I did was being able to live a good life. You can't say I deceived people because they believe the same thing that I believed. We lived a good life, peaceful, long, had a good time, and then after that, nothing, right? I've lost nothing. And you lost nothing if you choose to live in wickedness. However, if I am right, and I'm serving the King, and I'm keeping his commandments, and you're not, and he said, unless your righteousness exceed that of the scribes and Pharisees, you can't go in. If I'm right for serving Yahshua, Jesus the Christ, and you're not, you got hell to pay. You got Gehenna in the Greek to pay. You got Sheol, Hebrew, to pay. And you're going to pay for it all of eternity. And mind you, nobody goes to hell because they don't love Jesus. They go to hell because their rejection of the Messiah. Because there are only two ways set before you: life and death. Choose you life. That's what he told you. He even gave you the multiple choice, even gave you the way to choose. And most of you can't do it because of your will is so vile. Your will is so corrupt. And you're so self-righteous in your own eyes. You're so stubborn, full of iniquity and idolatry. You can't fathom living for nobody else but your sorry ass self. That's the reason why most of you in trouble today. And you're going to sit over and come and take me on the chin. I don't like how you talk. I don't like how you listen, damn it. See, listening to all these jacklegs and all these bootlickers has got you in the condition that you're in today. Some of you live in doubt, hoping that I'm going to make it. You don't even know. You don't even have the blessed assurance. Well, you come over here straight when you listen to this pastor right here, you're going to have more than blessed assurance. Not only that, you're going to have deliverance in this life to be able to live a good, quiet, peaceful life, to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And then after that, we inherit the kingdom, and the kingdom is ours. So if I got this right, I'm going into the kingdom, and some of you are going to hell. Well, I do appreciate each and every last one of you listening to me today. I've been long. Wow, I can't even imagine how long I've been on here today. Go ahead and keep on listening to your Christian churches, them liars. And your women preacher, them liars. And your government, them liars. We ought to obey Yah rather than man. Acts 5:29. It's been real. No, there is no rapture before the tribulation. Go read Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. The moon is not going to give her lights, and the stars of heaven is going to fall. And you know what? Check it out. And then it says, and the powers of the earth. Check it out. Then shall appear the sign of the coming of the Son of Man. When? Immediately after the tribulation of those days. Man, I tell you. See what I mean? See what I mean? They just messed y'all up. They got y'all all messed up. You can't even speak from truth. You even got to ask questions from lies. They got you all tore up. But that's anyway. Hey, see y'all tomorrow night. Be the Father's will. Then we'll see y'all Shabbat morning. All right. I bless you all. And the sweet precious is strong and victorious and mighty overcoming name of our soon coming King Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. Shabbat shalom. King coming.